Hello world, welcome. It's another episode of the Unicorn series. Yes. And today we want to explore a very crucial topic when it comes to you being empowered, you being happy every day, and you living your dreams in your life. And that is being scared. It's something that human beings are really very familiar with fear, with worry, and the general sensation of uneasiness and being scared about what is going to happen here. And it's a very important topic when it comes to pursuing what we really want and to pursuing our burning desires. So you have watched episode 1 of the Unicorn series. That means you have taken out some time to dream. You have taken out some time to really understand and get excited. What is this burning desire that really propels me forward in life? How do I want my life to look like? What do I want to be doing? How do I want to feel in the morning when I wake up, feel during the day, feel in the evening when I go to bed? And maybe you have even done the 7 levels exercise to make sure that you absolutely understand what your purpose is and really have this one word, this one slogan that can inspire you whenever you are wondering, why am I actually doing this? Is this something that is in line with my purpose, with my burning desire? So you can already see clarity is key when it comes to us really building the life the way we want it to be. Now, once we have dreamt, what usually happens is that fear kicks in. We get scared of all the possible outcomes, of all the failures, of all the work that we might have to do, of all the gaps in our knowledge that we might have that might prevent us from actually succeeding in fulfilling our burning desire and our dreams. And that fear then often keeps us stuck for hours, for days, for months, even for years and decades, in situations where, yes, we might be satisfied to a certain degree, but it is not the true happiness that we are really looking for. It is not the true fulfillment we are looking for or dreaming of when no one else knows. It is an okay level, and often we settle for the mediocre life because we are afraid of what happens when we really step up, when we really show up. And here it's very important to understand that fear in itself, or being scared in itself, is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just like a very old instinct from our old ages when we are still living in caves and had to flock together and make sure that we survive. It's that instinct like, okay, you have to survive. Don't do anything for the group you belong to start questioning you, to start pointing fingers at you, or laugh at you or judge you, or whatever it might be, or even kick you out of the group, because now you have started living your dreams and maybe it turned into a different person. Or maybe you fail and then you'll be out on the streets and not even know what to do. How will you provide for yourself? How will you provide for your family? All those instincts kick in. Fear just wants us to survive. And our mind is telling us logically, taking risks might not always be the right way to survive. Better stay safe in a comfort zone, and nothing will happen. Yes, it's true, nothing will happen. The only thing that will probably be happening is that slowly but surely you get more and more unhappy. You start wondering every day, why am I doing this? Is there not more to life? You start developing maybe even more self-doubt, more negative self-talk than you used to have. So giving into fear and staying in your comfort zone after you have actually realized what your dreams are, what you're burning for, and what your purpose in this world is a bit like you caging yourself in. And sometimes there are situations in life where we do that. I definitely did that for a couple of years when I was still a manager, and I sort of knew that my time in the management role was over, that my calling was really something else, being a coach, being a mentor, being a writer and showing up in the world with all my words and my thoughts and my emotions and inspiring people through that, but I was really scared. And because I didn't take the leap of faith into my new purpose and new roles soon, what happened was that there was like a vicious cycle. You know, I started thinking, oh, this is not what I want to do. So that's why I wasn't as good as I used to be at my job. And then that reinforces a negative self-talk. That reinforces the fear. Oh, if I fail at this, I will actually also fail in my new roles, in my new ventures. Who am I to think and dream that I can actually make this work? So it was like this cycle that I got stuck in. And you know, one day was just, I hit rock bottom. I didn't have the job anymore. And then I was like, okay, Sabrina, either you can do this the conventional way, or you can just do it your way and go all out and start absolutely living the dreams. And I used to do that when I was younger, but sometimes it happens in our lives that we cage ourselves in to learn a lesson. And for me, it was definitely the lesson like, hey, when you follow your intuition, when you follow your dreams, everything will fall into place. You might not always know the details. You might not always have all the knowledge. You might not always have everything that it takes at that point in time. But once you jump past your fear and you just jump into it and get started, things will just come your way. And if you keep going, you grow, you learn, you fill the gaps that you have, and eventually you will be there. Oh, wait, I'm living my dream right now. This is really awesome. So think about it that way. The first step to overcoming your fear is to actually jump right into it. And then with time, you can learn how to let go of your fear. I'm rarely scared these days. It was different even just a year ago when I started this coaching business. But nowadays it's like, okay, let's just see what happens. And it's a journey to get there, because we first have to unlearn all the negative, sticky thoughts and emotions that we have about ourselves, the limited beliefs, the thoughts on what our abilities are and what we can't do well. And by jumping into the fear and actually doing exactly what we desire, but we are also super scared of, teaches us that we can do it. And really, just imagine if you were to do something today that you have been dreaming about, but is really fear that has been holding you back, fear of failure and so on. What can happen? You know, we are not that significant on this planet and in this huge universe that expands every day, that the whole world will turn and say like, oh my God, you did that. You know, there will be maybe a few people who criticize you, who question you and so on. But if you are really sure that's your purpose, you will see once you jump into your fear and get going, still the right people that will support you will come your way. The right knowledge will show up, the right opportunities, the right doors will open. Important in letting go of the fears also to understand that it is not something that will just magically go away, but the more you shape your world in a way that you can absolutely unconditionally trust that you will somehow work it out and the universe is acting in your favor and supporting you, that's when you will be able to let it go. And you know, there's meditation to create some space between you and your thoughts and emotions, so also your fear, to make you more aware of what's going on, to be able for you to say like, okay, I have this fear, but it is not me. It's just an emotion I'm having. So I can actually observe it from the outside and say like, what do I want to do with this fear? How do I want to react to it in a proactive way? And not just, you know, being controlled or being run by that emotion, fear. And you can do that with all heavy and sticky emotions. So meditation can really help you. Another thing is just, again, like yoga, swimming, running, walking, like movements that help your thoughts to sort of also run through your system. And then ask yourself, okay, what am I actually feeling? Why am I feeling this fear? How rational is this actually in my reality? Is it true for me? Do I really have to be scared? Or is there something that I can do so that it's actually not that significant anymore? The other thing that might help you is writing your thoughts down. Why am I scared? What might happen? And then when you read the list, you will realize those are all, thoughts. They are not reality. It's not proven that you will fail. It's not proven that things will not turn out the way you have dreamt for them to turn out. It's not proven that people will judge you and hate you and kick you out of their group. It's good to be clear, what do you actually feel, so that you can train yourself to slowly see like, this is not reality. It's just a story that I'm making up in my head, but it's not based on facts. And even if your fear is based on events that have happened in your past, the past is never a sort of image of the future, because the only thing that exists is the now. So you can shape the future by whatever you do in the now. And then there's one practice that I personally absolutely love. It has a lot to do with the whole thing of spirituality and how you view the world. The fact that we are sort of small pieces, particles of stardust on this planet. We are not that significant. So it doesn't matter so much. Does it work out or not? It's more that our goal in this life is to grow and expand and enjoy every day as long as we are here. And if we come from that perspective, then lessons learned, even through things that failed, are an enjoyment, because you have gained something. And next time you try something out, you can take the lessons you learned and do it in a different way and make it work out even better. So whenever I get scared, and it happens once in a while, even with me, then I imagine that sunlight just comes into my head and covers all my negative, heavy, sticky thoughts and emotions, whatever it is that the fear is causing in your system. So I imagine the sunlight covers all that and then makes it blow up into beautiful golden particles, and they all evaporate, then it's gone. And for some funny reason, that has been the most effective practice. But I think it's also because I have generally shaped my life in a way that it just gives me good vibes every day. I do the stuff that I love. I do the exercises that make me feel good. I do the meditation that makes me feel happy. So do these small things to take care of yourself so that it gets easier to let go of your fear. And that is my preach for today on the Unicorn series. Share your thoughts, share your experiences, share your love. Subscribe if you would like to, and comment if you would like to, and we see each other next week with the next step in you following your dreams to the fullest.